Hi there, Ottawa. I'm here with Kurt.
Hi there, Ottawa. I'm here with Matthew.
Hi there, Ottawa. We're also here with Alan.
Hi there, Ottawa. And he's gonna vlog with us for a change. Finally.
What are your top 3 shows?
Top 3. Gametes and Gonads. Star Wars in your balls. Little orange man, but a little girl. She's not orange. She's not a man, but she's little. Number 1, Vernus says surprise. Surprise? No. Vernus said it.
Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna follow that, but my top 3 in no particular order. First one, Fear Factor Canine edition. A really heartwarming, really funny story, and John Grady was just a surprisingly good performer. Next, we have Vernus Says Surprise. Such a great story. My last top pick of the fest would be Little Orange Man. I heard great things about it, and they did not disappoint. It was a great show.
Top 1 or 2 shows with a cast of more than 1?
Well, I really liked Space Mystery from Outerspace. It was a very good, light-hearted show. A lot of good production values. As far as other ones go, geez, there weren't that many multiple.
Okay, we'll come back to you,
casts.
Matthew.
Okay.
All right, 2. Macsummer's Night Dream. Sure, they're all dancers. See, Kurt agrees now, right?
Of course. How could I forget? How
Yeah.
could I forget? I'm sorry, girls, I'm sorry, everyone. That.
Macsummer's Night Dream. You guys were awesome. Number 2 for me, Lonely Bear. 3-person cast, very strong cast. The story was kind of a what the fuck type of story, but you know, I equate it to the same as Lost, right? Lots of answers that don't get answered, but it's still a good time.
Another good one was The Trashman's Dilemma. A really good, really post-apocalyptic sort of thing, kind of a Beckett-esque sort of feel to it. And really impressive was that the actors changed roles every performance. That was really cool. I only got to see it once, which is unfortunate, but there was one guy who stood out for me, and you know, agree or disagree, but he was in Fall in the Book of Samael. He was also in Alien Predator. The
Mike Costello.
Mike, what he said.
See the helicopter pilot?
No, he's the doctor. Dr. Spangler,
Dr.
PhD.
Spangler, PhD. The little midget guy?
Yes. Not the strongest singer, but he caught my eye because he was in 2 very funny comedies. And he committed to it so well. He was so energetic and so in the moment, and he was out there to he wasn't afraid to make a fool of himself, and I just thought, wow, that's dedication. So he caught my eye.
Good. Nobody else?
Dave Rowan in Don't Make Me Zealous.
Oh.
He is really what made that play. Without him, that play would have been dead in the water.
The Suicide. The wife in The Suicide was pretty good.
Melanie Gall, phenomenal singer. Unfortunately, you know, we didn't put that play in our top list because the content was a little dry. I was bored.
The singing is what saved that show.
The singing is really what saved that show,
Yeah.
and she can sing. She's a phenomenal singer.
yeah.
Getting out to see her sing was worth the talk of
Follow
her.
that up, Kurt. She was in Nimmerkeep Pod, just as good at singing.
Yes, and she was also working with a guy from Hard Times, Brennan Bremer.
I'll put his name up. Don't worry about it.
Cool. I'm terrible with names. We're
We
all
fuck
terrible
up
with
names here all the time.
But your faces are in our hearts. But that was a 2-man show. They played off of each other very well, and they're both incredibly strong singers. And she shines as well in Nemakipa as she did in More Power to Your Knitting Nell. So,
I just wish Hard Times wasn't so depressing.
yeah.
Biggest surprise. What show were you not sure about, but were completely pleasantly surprised by going in?
I can answer that because I honestly didn't expect anything from Fear Factor Canine Edition. It earned that 5. I thought it was just going to be a Fear Factor spin-off, and it wasn't. I was totally taken aback by it. So
I expected nothing from Gametes and Gonads, but it was hilarious. I laughed a lot.
Matthew, how was your Fringe experience overall this year?
You know what? I love the people with Fringe. I do. Love meeting the actors, love meeting the Fringers, love drinking with the staff in the beer tent. Overall, Fringe is more than just a theater event. Fringe is a social event where you get to come together with people who all kind of have the same types of passions around the arts, and I think that's awesome.
And Kurt, let's get to you. You saw 43 shows this year, your first hardcore fringing year with us. Tell me about your experience. Are you exhausted?
Well, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I am kind of exhausted. I really liked it, and I haven't been to a Fringe in a while. This is technically my first. I've only been to one Fringe, so like years ago. But I really any excuse to go out and see theater, especially like from a wide pool like this. I think was it Ken Godmere put it best when he said Fringe is a buffet, and I pigged out as much as I could because it was such a great experience. I mean, it was tiring. There were nights where I wasn't sleeping because I had work to do and shifts at work to make it to in the morning, but I really enjoyed it. I would have add on to what Matt said. He said it's a community, and I think that's one of my regrets. I'm not a social person. I wish I was. I didn't talk with the artists or the people as much as I could have. I think if I could do something differently, I would be more outgoing, more approachable, because that is a big part of it. And maybe it's
something to work on next year.
A resolution for next year, exactly.
I am right with you. Sum up your Fringe experience for me.
Exhausting, but totally worth it.
Interestingly beautiful.
There was a moment, it was yesterday, where I had a showing for Vernus a Surprise at 1:30. I missed it because my bus was late, or rather, I couldn't make it. Anyways, I was taking the survey with one of the volunteers, and I mentioned, I wanted to see Vernus, and I was very sad. I was actually frustrated and very angry that I could possibly miss that show. But then he told me, it's the best of venue, you can catch it later. I'm like, you just saved my day. So
thank you, volunteer.
Thank you, volunteers. That's why I love all of you, because you just give and you give and you give.
All right, final words for Ottawa and Fringe and everything until next year.
See you next year, bitches.
See you next year.